Thank you, sir, for joining us. We are going right on the schedule. This is a 45 minutes program, which will have about longer question, about 30 minutes, 5 minutes of rapid fire. And if you shoot good question, definitely would like to take about 4 or 5 questions from your side. Let's start with you. I have done some research and I have seen you, following you, and I have picked up some question from your recent utterance. So the first one is that you say how Ambedkar and the whole SC/ST community have been humiliated by Congress for over 70 years, and now the same Congress is befooling again the same people. Please explain that.
Namaskar. We all are in service of the nation, whether in politics or in any other position. Whatever we say, we have to say with conviction and with full responsibility. Everybody knows about Babasaheb B.R. Ambedkar. Everybody has studied about Ambedkar, and some people know in depth, some people just know that Babasaheb Ambedkar was the architect of Indian Constitution and also referred to as the great social reformer, given the title of the father of the Constitution. I have read about Ambedkar, and sometime I can discuss in detail, but this is a question in reference to what I had stated. So I will just make it a brief observation about what I said. When I became the law minister, I thought I must know something in depth about the law minister who occupied that chair before me. So he was the first law minister of our country. And I am also a minority as a Buddhist.
If you can answer the question to the basically using Congress and the SC acted on that line.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I thought I should speak about Ambedkar ji with full responsibility. So I did some research about things which are not published in detail or many people don't know. Then I realized that it was the Congress party before the independence which had actually did everything to undermine Ambedkar's all efforts for social justice. I won't take the name of the leaders, but the Congress party. Even in the round table conference also, whatever Ambedkar said was opposed by the Congress party. And then India got the freedom. And when Jawaharlal Nehru came to Mahatma Gandhi with a list of the cabinet, who are going to be the cabinet ministers. So before seeing the list, before seeing the names in the cabinet proposed list, Gandhiji asked Nehru, is Ambedkar's name there in the cabinet list? Then Nehru said, no, Ambedkar's name is not included. Then Gandhiji told him, Nehru, you have to understand this is not your cabinet. This is New India's cabinet. We got freedom just now. So this is cabinet for the country, not your cabinet. Babasaheb Ambedkar has to be there in the cabinet. So he was included as law minister, the first law minister, and then he was made the chairman of the drafting committee. So whatever happened before independence, it continued. But within just 1.5 years, Ambedkar resigned. Now I will not go into the details of why he resigned, but if you understand the essence of the letter, then everything will be very clear. And then subsequently he resigned and he had a huge run-in with the Congress party, and ultimately his frustration came to the extent that he quit Hinduism and he embraced Buddhism. It is not a social issue alone, because social issue had a political answer. So he embraced Buddhism, and then within a few days he died. Then Congress did everything to obliterate all the contributions of Babasaheb Ambedkar. Nehru conferred himself the Bharat Ratna, and Ambedkar was not recognized. And thereafter, someday I will come out with a book, how Congress kept on undermining legacy of Babasaheb Ambedkar. Only in 1990, when the BP Singh government came with the support of the BJP, Ambedkar was conferred the Bharat Ratna. Then on the constitution side, because Ambedkar was the architect of the constitution, so Congress did everything right from the 42nd amendment. They demolished the structure of the constitution. And how Congress undermined the judiciary and all these things are known to the people. And suddenly in 2024, when we were going for the election, everybody knew that Prime Minister Modi has tremendous support across the country. So there was a discussion in the ecosystem which generated from outside the country. Rahul Gandhi was made as a face. Then they created this fake narrative that if we get more than 400 seats, we are going to change the constitution. Babasaheb Ambedkar's constitution must be protected. Now who is saying it? Lifetime these people demolished, they humiliated, undermined Ambedkar. Now they are creating this narrative. And my own community, people from SC, ST, Buddhist community, 90% voted for Congress party in Maharashtra and rest of the countries. Why? We should fight the election on the basis of what the government have done. So our track record of 10 years was our trump card. Everybody knew that we are going to win because people are standing behind.
So what is the harm of that? Nowadays the whole political ecosystem is on fake narrative. आप बता रहे हो हिंदू खतरे में है. That is your narrative.
So
they
now,
are saying that.
Now if we are going to base our politics on narrative, then there's no point doing any work, no point talking truth. Everything will be based on narratives.
That's what
we don't believe in narratives, we believe in performance. So that is why I'm going to Maharashtra because the election is coming.
Yes.
And yesterday also I was there. I have told the people, anybody from Ambedkar's followers, anybody from SC, ST community, whoever votes for Congress party or raise the flag of Congress party will create problems for the legacy of Ambedkar, and also it will cause huge pain to the entire effort. And Babasaheb's legacy is something which nobody can obliterate. So that is why I have warned the community people that it is not political issue for me. Babasaheb Ambedkar is not a political leader. He is a stature which cannot be compared. So if somebody uses his name to gain the vote, it is seriously undermining his legacy, and I stand firmly on the ground that Babasaheb Ambedkar should not be misused for political gains.
Now you said the country should not have political narrative, country or the political party should fight election on the development of works. Now let's come to the election which right now, as on today, is happening in Haryana, where you don't have a narrative. You're supposed to be running the election on a development kind of works, and you are apparently on the back foot. How do you explain that situation?
No, this back foot, front foot, these are all these kind of things being discussed in media, but there are
you will form the government?
two-term government in Haryana. The performance is there before the people. Let people elect. There's nothing called defensive or back foot. It's all about our performance, and we believe in performance. And you are a senior person, and everybody in the audience understands that what was our condition 10 years back and where India is today after 10 years of Modiji's regime. Everybody knows it. So we will go to the people on the basis of our performance.
Like the Ambedkar thing, you also say the proclaim, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and express surprise, the Muslims have collectively voted for Congress. You said that, which I have seen. But when your party do not, or your party or ecosystem do not leave a single opportunity to go after the Muslim through the chief ministers and ecosystem, why should they vote you?
But the problem in the within the Muslim communities, there are certain leadership within the community who have misused the entire narrative which is created by the Congress party. They are saying that BJP is threat to Muslim community. Now I talk to all the Muslim community, especially the common Muslims, the women, the minorities, within the Muslim, the weaker sections. They are not happy with the Congress party and they are not happy with the way they have been used as vote banks. But the problem in Muslim community is there are certain groups, very powerful groups, they control everything. And Congress scare them that BJP is a threat to Muslims. That is why from the beginning when Prime Minister Modi ji raised the slogan of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, that is exactly against the attempt to create vote bank politics in India. Because if you say make house for everybody, that includes Muslim also. If you are creating bank account, Jan Dhan Yojana, it's for everybody. Now, we are going into the saturation mode. From Kanyakumari to Ladakh, from Arunachal to Gujarat, where is the discrimination? So, the problem is, see, Congress do not have the organizational strength in the country. But the anti-India group, those who are functioning from outside, they control the narrative. The problem is the social media, which is being misused by this ecosystem. They have created huge impact in the mind of the people in our country, and which had happened during the last election also. The Eurasian people are totally misled, but the problem is even the intellectuals also get misled by such propaganda.
That means you were admitting that your great fake news factory is now not doing well and the Congress fake news factory is doing well.
They are doing well, but we have...
You are a master of that.
No, we have identified many of those groups and organizations which are creating these fake narratives. And necessary action will be taken at the right time. At the end of the day, we have to be very firm when it comes to the national interest. When we take action, then they change the whole topic by saying that it's an attack on the freedom, attack on your individual liberty and all. Liberty and freedom, these are not unqualified.
Let's come back to that Muslim question which said Sabka Saath, you are all same. But let's take the example of our Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. He is on a daily anti-Muslim rhetoric. Every day some or something. So how do you expect the Muslims of the India to vote you, not becoming a vote bank? When your own Chief Minister, he's an example, there are many. And you are not reining them in, not giving them the direction not to do it. So why should Muslim not be a vote bank of Congress?
No, with regards to Assam, it's not Himanta Biswa Sarma. I have seen from last 30 years, this issue of illegal migrants from Bangladesh and the issue of ethnic Assamese identity. This is not the discovery of Himanta Biswa Sarma. It's been...
I'm talking about rhetoric.
It's been...
Immigration, we all know this whole thing about infiltration. We are all product of that. This newspaper has been supporting that. The thing is that this rhetoric and your question of Muslim vote bank of Congress, ये तो एक ही बात हो गया ना. आप ऐसा बोलोगे तो vote bank हो गई.
It's not that. That's how you look at things. We have from the very beginning said that we are not for any particular community, we are for everyone. When I took over as the Minister for Minority Affairs, I was surprised that the Congress attempt during the Congress regime, everything was only Muslim oriented.
Muslim pleasing.
So the Ministry of Minority Affairs had given that impression of Muslim Affairs Ministry. Then I said, this is not a Muslim Affairs Ministry, this is a Minority Affairs Ministry, and there are 6 notified minorities in our country. So as much as Muslim is important, same is the case with Sikh, Christians, Buddhists, Jain and Parsis. I am reaching out to every community and we are telling them, we are for everybody. In terms of proportion, Muslims will be more because Muslims are 80% of the total minority populations in our country. But having said that, the effort of the government has to be completely a balanced one. So when their Prime Minister, Congress Prime Minister said that the resources of the country is for Muslims, how can you say that? Now the official statement of the Prime Minister in the National Development Council that Muslims have the first claim over the national resources.
I think
Now-
I also gone through that document. They did not say Muslim. It's something like a minority. That particular is a very controversial document.
There's nothing called controversy. This is National Council meeting.
Yes,
and
that particular line is very controversial. Somebody said this way, somebody said this way. If you
that is the problem. No? If you are trying to search, why Muslim, why minority, why all these words to be used? If you want to say who has the right over the, first right over the national resources, you should say that the poor people of the India has the first right. Say that, no? Needy people, the tribals, the SCs, the common people, or just say that every Indian has equal right. Why do you have to say that this group has the first right?
That is a Manmohan Singh statement you're talking about.
Whatever may be Prime Minister's statement is the statement of the whole government. You have to understand, these are the things
But
why...
that particular statement is very nicely being quoted out of context by the BJP and the ecosystem, which have been well read, debated over the last couple of months because it has negated the whole thing.
No, see, if we give in to this kind of narratives, then I'm telling you, what is inevitable will happen now. So you have to understand.
Okay.
I come from
What is the
a
inevitable?
border area, and I understand that how much you have to be nationalistic in your approach. Now, if this approach is termed as a, hardcore, right wing and all, I mean, how you can define it in your own way, but my interest is national interest.
Okay.
So for that, I have to do what is in the interest of the country.
Let me quote RSS Chief Mohan Bhagavat. He says, being Hindu means goodwill towards everyone, regardless of their religious belief and dietary practice. But अभी बीजेपी तो कोई इसका गुरुत्व नहीं देते. But no one in BJP seems to be least bothered about and disregard RSS Chief Mohan Bhagavat's comment. And he kept on speaking on this line.
If you think that I am here to explain and justify the statement of the RSS chief, then you will be undermining my position. Today, I am member of the cabinet. I have certain responsibilities of the country. If I just go on a freewheeling comments on everything what has been said, it will not do good to your show also, and it's not going to be any good for me also.
Understood. Let's talk about the Northeast then, and being a responsible cabinet minister. Why you have not spoken about Manipur?
That is the problem.
Tell me what is the problem.
That is the problem. If you don't understand, you are from Northeast, and this channel
Just some
Northeast.
sentimental comments. Now the situation has gone to that level. Now 15 months of violence.
No, this way you can't come to the conclusion. This is the genesis of the entire problem. And I have seen, you are, okay, I can't blame you or I can't accuse you of being ignorant about Manipur situation. I have seen the journalist, the member of parliament, who know nothing about Northeast or Manipur also talking about Manipur. That is the problem. If you get me a separate session to talk about Manipur, I can speak. Now, day before, an officer came. He was deputy commissioner in Churachandpur. He was there in Churachandpur as deputy commissioner for 2.5 years. That time, there was a clash between cookies and the Paites. They were not under one umbrella those days. 800 people were killed.
P, not Métis.
800 people were killed. Not even a joint secretary or under secretary from Government of India came. There were clashes between Nagas and the cookies. It ran for years. Thousands of people suffered and died. This narrative did not come. Now, when this situation happened, there was a High Court order. You have to understand. I don't have time to explain about the nuances of the thing, but High Court order passed, which said, within 3 months, it is directed that government must consider the Métis as the scheduled tribes. Can High Court pass this kind of
No,
order?
it was eventually
So
withdrawn.
now, because of that order, there was a protest by the all tribal students'
Yes.
federation in Manipur, which led to the violent protest, and the clashes started thereafter. Now, it's not a angst or fight against government of India. It is an ethnic clash between two communities in Manipur. Very unfortunately, it turned into very, very violent, clashes which went on for a long time. Then the Minister of State was sent and he was there for 22 days. He did not come back. Then Home Minister went, he stayed there for 4 days. Then the Prime Minister said, I will give a statement, but let Home Minister explain in the Parliament. Then this whole opposition came and said that, no, Prime Minister must explain to the Parliament why this clash happened. There's a Home Minister who is in charge of the security. These kind of narratives were created, and the media also, a section of media also went around shouting slogans. And then the Independence Day speech, Prime Minister began his address from the Red Fort. First line, do you people remember? Prime Minister said, on this Independence Day from the Red Fort, I want to declare that the entire people of the country are with Manipur. Please lay down your arms, talk to each other. We will provide peace, we'll do everything. Home Minister stayed 4 days, he told everybody, please surrender your arms. Because with arms you cannot talk. Come to the table. And during those multiple clashes during Congress regime, the Parliament was asked, forget about Prime Minister, forget about Home Minister, forget about even Minister or Minister of State, forget about Home Secretary. The Joint Secretary went to Imphal and came back same day. And the question raised, the more than 1,000 people killed. Then the Minister of State had just given a small in writing, unstarred statement in the Parliament. When I was MOS home, how many people from Northeast came? I remember many of the Northeastern people, because Northeastern people are very emotional and simple people. Some of the communities are very small. They have one big issue which is the most vital issue for them. But for Delhi, these are one of the small issues. They don't care. People from Northeast will come to Delhi, stay and wait for months. But even the Joint Secretary will not give time. With frustration, the group will go back. And when nobody is there to listen to them, they take up arms and they go to the jungle. They think that since they are not being heard, so it is better to make them hear by resorting to violence. When we became the charge of the government here, I said, please come. Whether you are one group of 100 people or 10,000, whoever has come, please come and meet me. Prime Minister told every minister must visit Northeast once in 3 months. All these things happened. More than 10,000 militants surrendered. Now there is a government who is listening to the voice of the people of Northeast. The whole Northeast is developing. There are political issues, differences, it will happen. Only one incident in Manipur state, which has created so much of pain and agony. Rest of the states are having peace. Now, because of one incident which is not our creation, which is a creation of the situation and a conflict not against Government of India, but between two communities, where Government of India is still saying, let us talk. They are not talking. Without understanding in depth of the issue, everybody is trying to become expert and commenting on the issues.
This evening,
what is their contribution in Manipur? If you want to contribute peace in Manipur, don't say anything. Just appeal. Lay your arms. If you carry arms and talk about peace, is it justifiable? With guns and bombs in your hand, you should not talk about peace. Peace is there only when you lay the arms. And all these political parties, all these fake people who are talking about Manipur, let them appeal to the people of Manipur that please stop violence. We are with you.
this evening, I hope this particular broadcast is being shown live, and your parliamentary colleague Bimal Akoizam will be here in this seat, hot seat, about 1 hour from now. I'm sure he will respond to some of your views.
I don't need to respond.
No, not
Whatever.
you. Let him respond, because
The issue or the matter what I said is not debatable. I'm not
I
putting
understood.
argument.
Yeah,
It is
understood.
fact.
Yeah, that's fact.
I'm
You are
not
very
saying
correct
it.
at one point that there is a tussle between two communities, not against the government. Both Kukis and the Métis.
Now then why Rahul Gandhi said that finish the violence in 24 hours? Does he want to get army, kill everybody there? How will you bring me peace? Somebody tell me one solution. Now Rahul Gandhi says that he can bring peace within 24 hours. Does that mean that everybody in Manipur should be killed? If two communities are fighting, they are not surrendering to each other.
Maybe he's talking about the
So it
trust
is time.
deficit. Maybe he's talking about trust deficit.
You
of
don't
the
need to
government.
justify for that person.
I am not.
And he is not a leader. He is propped up by certain ecosystem. I don't have any problem with the person, but the problem is how much damaging his statements are causing to the nation. Do you understand that?
Coming to a bigger level, to a smaller issues, very bilateral between your state and our state, that is Assam and Arunachal. Both have the same government, and in the center, BJP, Arunachal BJP, Assam BJP. We have a bilateral border issue. Why can't we solve it once for all? This Bihali area, both the side, we just go for rhetorics. It's such a long 30-year problem. Can we not solve it?
That is why I think you are talking to these people and you are getting influenced. The problem is...
Who? Assam or...
You are influenced by these fake people. The problem is...
That's a good...
See, for 65 years, no attempt was made to delineate the boundaries within Northeast. Assam and Nagaland, who is guarding the force? Can you imagine? SSB, Assam Rifles, these are border guarding forces. The SSB is guarding Nagaland or an Assam border. Arunachal Assam border, there were so many clashes for so many time. Now,
Nagaland
who
Assam
created
is
this
CRPF.
problem? Whatever may be, who created this problem? Only after Prime Minister Modi's effort, there's a talk between Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal, Assam, Nagaland, Assam, and within the states, there are, some subcommittees are formed to ensure that peaceful negotiation can take place. Because the boundaries are very sensitive because it relates to land. When it comes to land, it becomes emotional. The land for intra-country or between many countries or within the states, these are always sensitive. Lands also lead to the killings within the families also. Land is an emotional issue. Now the land between Arunachal, Assam, these are the problem left by the legacies of the Congress misfortune. Now we are saying that since we are in the government, we will not let it remain unsolved. That is why negotiations have started. Majority of the portions are being delineated, but there are some issues because there are counter claims from both sides. So that is why you must give this kind of sensitive issues, everybody must support, because this is not politics. Within the country, why should you kill each other for land? So our principle is, we must ensure that everybody come together, sit together, discuss, and finally settle it. We will settle it. We will settle it. And for your, consumption, I'm saying, Arunachal and Assam, the relation is so deep. I can't express in words because when I was born as an Assamese. Because we got separated only in 1972. We were part of same Assam. So I was born as an Assamese, and later on, Arunachal name was given in 1972 and then became a separate union territory and then later on state. My father, everybody studied Boronji, and all Assamese people are the foundation of the education in Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes.
Only after my this generation and my age group, we started moving towards English and Hindi. So Assamese was our first language. The basis of the modern Arunachal is Assam and Assamese. Now, these are the issues, these are the bonds which we have shared so fondly for so many years. Now, because of the land issue, somebody passes some comments. Now, I have seen, whenever there is a problem, it's misfortune of us. Some SMS people or some Arunachal people may establish some shops, some business, timber, road construction, something on the line. Now, they will have some kind of a run-in. Then Assamese news channels and Assamese press in Guwahati, in Dibrugarh, Lakhimpur, and Dhemaji, Tezpur, they will all write, oh, Arunachal people have, with full police force and with all these illegal weapons, they have taken away the lands of Assam. They have demolished the structures of Assam department houses and all. Now, Assam people read that story and they react. Same is in Arunachal. All the newspapers and social media, they will write, see, the Assam Forest Department came inside Arunachal and destroyed all the structures and all. Is it doing anything good? We have such a huge, relationship which cannot be broken by this social media propaganda. So when you talk about the relationship and boundary, we must be extremely careful. Our words and our thing, whatever we do, should not create differences. When I speak in Parliament, I speak for entire Northeast. When I was a young member of Parliament, when I came there with a great parliamentarian, Bajpayee ji, Advani ji, Sushma ji, all those Chandrasekhar ji, ex-Prime Minister, Mulayam Singh, they were all stalwarts in the Parliament. I used to stand up and I used to speak for Northeast because I feel that I should speak as an Indian. But Northeast did not have proper voice in the Parliament. I used to stand for Northeast. And I will not succumb to the pressure of division by this petty politics within the Northeastern region.
Thank you for such a being honest answer. I have another question, again for the Northeast, and it's your state. Recently, probably last week, Sankaracharya was returned back from Holongi Airport. He had gone for Go Mata or non-beef campaign. What is your take on this beef thing?
No, this is a thing which I don't want to pass any comments. There has been resistance in the past when Mother Teresa came. First, Mother Teresa was not allowed to come by the then government. Then the tribals started blaming the Christian missionaries that they are coming and stopping the tribal people from doing many things which are traditionally being done for ages. Then they will blame the Hindus or other people of coming and trying to interfere into the lifestyle of the tribal people. These are incidents which keep happening. As a minister, as a part of the government, I should not get into too much of these social issues because these are, sensitive.
Yes.
And I'm not dealing with this kind of matter personally because I am dealing in a manner which is benefiting for everyone, not causing trouble.
I have a question under your ministry as well as your parliament. How do you view the aggressive behavior of the opposition and as well as LOP sitting on the other side as a Minister of Parliamentary Affairs?
I have seen the change. There is a huge departure from the parliamentary traditions and conventions which we are known about. India has a rich parliamentary tradition. Ever since this Congress party lost the election, they thought that democracy is over. For the Congress party feels that whenever they win, democracy wins. Whenever Congress loses, democracy loses. Whenever they win, they will, talk good things about election commission, electorate and all. Whenever they lose, they'll abuse election commission, EVM, they'll abuse everything. What I've seen in 2014, people of India gave their support to Modi ji and NDA. Suddenly this narrative came, oh, democracy is in danger. The freedom of expression is over. The constitution is under attack. Judiciary has been hijacked. These are all the things which Congress had done. They had done everything. They suspended the constitution.
long history of that.
So they did all these things what they are accusing now. You tell me one step where we have undermined the constitution of India. You must know, you are from Assam, but you are a senior journalist, so you will definitely know it. When Prime Minister Modi ji became Chief Minister, he started Samvidhan Yatra. Why he did that? He thought, we are being governed by the Constitution of India, but people are not aware of the spirit and essence of the constitutional provisions. So to create awareness, he took out procession. And when he became the Prime Minister, he started Constitution Day on 26th January. Now 26th December. 26th November is the day when the Constitution was adopted. So 26th November is being declared as the Constitution Day of India. Since then, we are celebrating 26th November as Constitution Day. Now, these people in this last Parliament session, they came with the Constitution booklet, small booklet. The leader of opposition and all these India bloc people, they came with the Constitution book. And they were showing, and Jai Samvidhan, they were raising the slogan. I wanted to ask this team of people who are raising this slogan, what is the essence of Constitution? Now, once they have done everything to undermine the spirit of the Constitution, now they are saying Samvidhan Bachao. Tell me one incident or one particular point where we have undermined the spirit of the Constitution. Rahul Gandhi has not read the Constitution. You ask him, you can call him in your conclave, ask him. Ask him about some of the provisions of the Constitution. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know. His grandfather, his grandmother, his father, they all had attacked the Constitution. They abused the Constitution of India. He doesn't know anything. He's just moving around, somebody passes a chit to him and he reads it out and he mesmerizes everybody by, his very funny behavior all the time. As a Parliamentary Affairs Minister, I respect him. He is a leader of opposition. I have to deal with everybody. I talk to all the opposition leaders and we have to collectively work together and run the Parliament of India. But they don't allow Prime Minister to speak. This is the first time you just flip the pages of the history. Before this incident, has there been any occasion where the Prime Minister of India was not allowed to speak in the Parliament? You tell me. The whole opposition people came on the floor of the Parliament. They came to the well. They stood in front of Prime Minister and they were shouting slogans throughout more than 1 hour. They said, we will not allow Prime Minister to speak. Is it what Constitution has taught them? In Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha both. You check ours. Even once, if you tell me that we had stopped the speech of Manmohan Singh, Rajiv Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, our party or our earlier parties, Jana Sangh, we don't do all these things. So these people, they don't believe in parliamentary democracy, they don't believe in the Constitution, and they are waving the book of the Constitution of India. It's a shameful. But what to do? We have to live with these people. I can't avoid them.
Anyway, I'm coming to the closure of this nice interactive thing, and I'm really happy that it's so forthright. I have, as usual, this rapid fire round. Only problem is my iPad's battery is very dying. So let's quickly go through it. You have the option of passing also. First one is a big googly. You will understand. I don't think many of you will understand the question. Hansraj or LSR?
Why?
Why? Should I tell it?
My wife is from LSR, I am from Hansraj. Maybe because of that.
Good that
every man.
No, you don't have to explain. Just say yes or no. Which one?
I will not give answer. Every man is scared of wife.
So am I. So that's what answer. Can I go by LS, sir?
Yeah.
Good. Tawang or Sergaon?
No, I can't judge that. These both are my constituency.
I saw you plucking apple. Sonam Wangchuk or Ram Rahim?
I can't choose. I don't know both of them.
Jogging or gym?
Anything which is related to fitness, I love it.
Prayagraj or Dispur? Okay, I got this question.
Very dear to me, both.
Beer or wine?
You want
Come on. Yeah.
honest answer?
Of course, you are a Onachale man, and I will not believe that you don't drink wine.
We are all from Northeast. This question.
I love Sergaon apple wine. I have just got a bottle from them.
That's our culture. So I don't need to.
Sports
choose.
Ministry or Parliamentary Affairs Ministry?
Parliamentary affairs is all about management. Sports ministry is all about events.
Which one you like?
Currently, I am the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, but
No, you're too
I
diplomatic.
enjoyed more in sports because the sportsman spirit is something great.
Gandhi or Hedgewar?
Now, these are the things you can't compare. I can't make a choice.
Okay, Parliament or the football field?
Of course, football.
That's good. Running a marathon or running a ministry?
Well, I can't say about that.
Movie or music?
You have any doubt?
Sometime I thought, I saw a picture of you that day you posted. You were so handsome. Did you ever think of having a career in Bollywood?
Our
I
life,
saw the Hongsters Hostel poster.
our life is full of events. Everything comes into my ambit of activities. I don't need to choose one particular field or profession. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my work. I don't get holidays. So whatever I do, wherever I go, that work and that moment is my holiday. That is my work. Work is worship.
Thank you very much. Has come to the Q&A round, but I have needed support. That is from the tech team. I need that your mobile because my iPad battery has just died, so that I can pick the questions. I will not take much question. We're just running out of time. He's also running out of time. I'll just about 4 or 5 questions, but be quick.
They all are satisfied. So don't force them.
After seeing you, Pixar, I had gone to Sergaon. By the time everything has been plucked away. Abhi 2-3 reh gaya chi. I saw such a beautiful photograph of you plucking all those apples.
No, actually, this is a channel which is based in Northeast, but I want to appeal to everybody that Northeast is so beautiful. Why spend time abroad? Enjoy in Northeast, come spend all those beautiful gardens, beautiful landscapes. Northeast is so beautiful. And every state is very unique. When I went to southernmost part of Mizoram, the beauty there is so different from Arunachal Pradesh. And some of the locations in Nagaland are very unique. And then Meghalaya, of course, it's a very accessible. Assam and Meghalaya is already well known. But Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, these really need exploration. Sikkim, Meghalaya and Assam, these are already well entrenched with tourism activities.
You have started opening up areas beyond Tawang.
Yes.
That's getting very popular now.
When I was in the Home Ministry, we opened up many areas which were completely restricted.
Yes.
Even in Ladakh also, in Himachal side also, in Arunachal also. We need to regulate it. I don't say that we need to lift all the restrictions, but we need to smoothen up the operation. Just regulate the restriction and let people come without any much restrictions.
My question is, as a Minister of Minority Affairs, how do you reflect upon the popular sentiment of dissent for the BJP among the minority communities? Thank you, sir.
Now, this is a very important question because I myself, I'm from a minority community, and the kind of problems I faced during my earlier days is not because I'm a minority. It's because I'm from Northeast. What Babasaheb Ambedkar faced problems in his childhood is because he belongs to a Mahar community which is considered untouchable. So the discrimination faced by Ambedkar was because of his, the community, because of his caste. And the problem which we faced is because of the region. The Northeast was unknown. Many people, Delhi University is better because there were lots of Northeastern students. Many colleges which are technical institutions where Northeastern students used to face discriminations. And what is the worst is that there's nobody you can complain to. When you go to police station also, police will abuse you. Even some of them will say that which country you belong to. Many of the Northeastern students were treated as foreigners. So all these things are there in my background. So, and I am from a minority community and I come from Northeast. I feel that my most vital, and most important things which I should consider is create a level playing field equal for everybody. No minority should be discriminated against because of a religious background or ethnic background. And the problem in the Minority Affairs Ministry was, as I stated briefly earlier, that they thought minority affairs is only for the Muslims. So Congress had decided that the chairman of the Minority Commission must be a Muslim. We changed that. The moment we came to power, we changed that. Christians can become chairman, a Buddhist can become chairman, a Parsi, a Sikh can become chairman. Why only Muslim? And that should not sound as anti-Muslim. But they made it such a thing that no, minority is for everybody. They say, no, you are against the Muslims. So that is why my effort, the foremost attempt which I have made right from the day one is my Ministry of Minority Affairs is for all the minority communities in our country. Now, directly related to your question, why BJP this thing came, is because the propaganda which started in the earlier days that this BJP is only for the North Indian, or they used to say cow belt or Hindu party and all. This was a perception, and this is no more. Like in Arunachal, in Nagaland, you see in Goa also. Our Christian MLAs, Christian ministers are there. Now people understand that this propaganda is actually just a misplaced propaganda which doesn't mean anything. These are for political purpose. So now I'm happy that we are able to reach out to everybody. But having said that, yes, he is also right, especially amongst the Muslim community, we need to make much inroads. I am telling the Muslims that please don't block, vote for Congress or any party. Don't vote against BJP, because whatever BJP does is for your only benefit. Everything we do is for everyone. So we are reaching out, and many Muslims are joining us. And I am being the Minority Affairs Minister in last 3 months alone. Not only when I introduced the Waqf Amendment Bill, but even before that, I must have come across more than 1 lakh Muslim communities. I even went to the Majlis during the Muharram in Kargil. Thousands and thousands of Muslims were there. I first Union Cabinet Minister to take part in such a religious event, and I think that it had connected very well.
there are a lot of questions, and we are running out of time. If you, I will ask them the short question. You also give a short answer. Ayush Oinam. Be short so that we can take more questions. Where is Ayush Oinam? Yeah, that's the.
Hello, sir. Hello. Thank you for your words, sir. Sir, it has come under discussion in this speaker session as well. But basically, there's been this entire narrative of BJP political leaders from the BJP getting away with violence against, say, women, or berating minority communities. So how is, how is the agenda of focusing on minorities primarily supposed to play through with that?
That's the problem. Why don't you articulate the question in the short thing so that probably he's talking about you have already answered the question to your previous thing. What he said.
Another about the atrocities, what he, I think he meant it. Whether atrocities against women or minority, anybody, these are social and these are issues which are related to law and order, state subject. But we have made very strong laws. In 2018, when we amended the criminal law, I was MOS home, and I was the one who introduced the bill, and I spoke in the parliament. We are ensuring that laws are strong, stringent, and most important, and more important actually, is the implementation of the law. We can make good laws, but how do you implement? It should not happen like West Bengal. We introduced POCSO Act, and special courts were constituted. These are called special fast-track courts to prosecute the crimes against women and children. The West Bengal did not constitute the courts. What will police do? Police can arrest. Who will give the punishment? The courts. Courts were not constituted in the state of West Bengal. That is why I wrote a letter that time in 2021 when I was the law minister. And that day I reminded the chief minister that when I was the law minister, this is the letter I had written. And still today you have not constituted those fast-track courts.
Can I please have a follow-up?
No, but sorry, it's already, time is up. People are waiting for the lunch and he has to go. I wanted some question. I have seen a question of you, but I have not given because you are a panelist of the next one. If I at all give the time, I will give this to them, not to you, because you are a panelist, and that is a very dear question of mine about climate change. Thank you, everybody, and as usual, Kiren Rijiju is Kiren Rijiju, really loved, respected because of his honest opinion. That's what the people of Northeast are. Thanks for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.